Cholo Simeone. Well, you can't miss this. Cholo Simeone has just renewed his contract. Can't miss the show. Muy bueno, mi gente, aquí nos encontramos nuevamente en otro programa de fútbol con Bamba.
Dentro del área, golpea Petit, Zidane y gol. Ha marcado Zidane el 1-0 para Francia.
Welcome everybody, and here we go. This is another show of Fútbol con Bamban, and yes, Cholo Simeone renewed 2027. Cholo Simeone has been renewed today. This has been advised by his sister and his agent, Simeone. This is going to be his last renewed contract with Atletico Madrid. Now, it's funny because a year ago, everybody was asking for the head of Cholo Simeone. This is incredible. This is incredible. It's amazing how he was able to refine himself. For some reason, everybody was thinking already like his words, his motivation is not going and transcribing to the players. It's not getting back to the players. It's not being fed to the players. However, he's found a way once again to reignite that flame in Atletico Madrid. Usually a coach, when it's not successful the way that he was last season, would have been already sacked. However, this year, being the great start that Atletico Madrid is having, currently in Champions League, in first place. It's in first place, and we're talking a little bit about that, and then we'll continue with Cholo Simeone. Atletico Madrid is actually 8 points ahead. And, well, not 8 points ahead. He has 8 points, followed by Lazio, who has 7, followed by Feyenoord, who has 6, and then followed by last but not least, Celtic, the game. So we did see how Atletico Madrid yesterday just outscored completely the Celtic. They beat them 6-0 in the Champions League. They're actually going to be facing Feyenoord the next match, and it's actually going to be in Feyenoord's house, so it's going to be in a visitor. This is going to be an interesting match because Atletico Madrid needs to win at least one more game to be able to classify for the next round, thing that did not happen last season. Last season, he wasn't even able to make European League. This year, right now, he's in a comfortable position that if he doesn't make to the next round of Champions League, he can make at least probably European League. So having this said right now, there's very big possibilities that Lazio is going to beat Celtic on the next match. So that will put Lazio with 10 points. Atletico Madrid can't afford to lose a match. The thing that he could afford is actually a tie and then have to be beating Lazio to probably end up at least in second place or in first place. So when I say, well, if they beat Lazio, they will be in first place because they will have a total of 12 points and Lazio will probably have just 10 points. But in order for Atletico Madrid, if they beat Feyenoord, then automatically Atletico Madrid will guarantee to the next round, and it will depend about how the outcome comes in with Lazio, which they can actually tie Lazio, and that's it, that they will be first place, and then Lazio will be probably either second or third in this case. But it's going to actually be very close to the end of the path. Now, having that said, we're talking about how Griezmann yesterday was performed. But one good thing and positive note about Griezmann, because Griezmann, we remember his years in Barcelona, was not very successful. He was not real welcome. He was not performing a great game. Now, everybody criticized his move initially when he left Atletico Madrid to go to Barcelona because Griezmann, when he was in Atletico Madrid the first time, he was almost adored as the main leader, the legendary. He had the throne. He had everything. And nobody understood why he will make that switch to be able to go and now go to a Barcelona, which he knew he could not be a king. He was going to be basically always the second man to Lionel Messi. Not only that, he was almost the third or fourth, fifth man in Barcelona. He was actually benched more than he wanted to, and he was not treated the same way. He was not even loved by his teammates the same way that he was appreciated in Atletico Madrid. Now, after having all that complication, he returned back to Atletico Madrid, which gave him a little bit of better status. And Simeone actually went and made positive move with him, trusted him, got him reignited, and he's actually doing his job. He's working and coming back to be the Griezmann that he was when he left Atletico Madrid. Now, mind in saying that Antoine Griezmann is only 1 goal away to tie the second most goals ever in Atletico Madrid player, which is Adrián Escudero, which has 169. Griezmann was 168. And then Luis Aragonés, he's not far away from him. He's only 5 goals away from him. Luis Aragonés made 173, and Griezmann is right there facing the tails. He's very close to be able to be the maximum goal scorer for Atletico Madrid now. Imagine he would have never left Atletico Madrid. He would have broken these records a long time ago. He would have kept his crown. He would have been a mega legendary in Atletico Madrid. He has that tainted stain because he left the club. The club felt betrayed, but got back, and now he's reincorporated, and he's gaining back his status with the club. So that is positive, because that's part of the things why Diego Simeone, it's key to be able to do all this. Now, minding that we were saying Diego Simeone is actually a coach that is not difficult, or is not easy to play with him, because his football style, it's more about compression, it's more about defending, it's more about concentration, it's more about not allowing the opponents to score, but at the same time, anytime that we have a chance, we will counterattack you and we will outscore you. Now, through the years, Diego Simeone had a very strong team, that he even made 2 finals of the Champions League, having a good strategy, a very compact team, very defensive team, very successful team that all got aligned, all went with his style of playing, and they did it to perfection. And this is very difficult to achieve, but Diego Simeone finds the way to get the guys to believe and trust on his style. Now, there was a lot of complaint during the years that his style was not the great style, and it's not a style of a winning style. Because if he scores first, what do we know immediately that Simeone will do? He will go back and defend and hold down on the score. Something that is not very appealing for soccer, right? But that the reality is has worked. His formula has worked. His formula has been performed by Italian national team and Italian football for many, many, many years. They were the best defense country at one point. They created the best defenders. They always play the best system of defense. And then Simeone loved to play this style. We know that he used to like to control the ball, have more possession when he was playing for the national team in Argentina. But as he's been showing as a coach for these 11 years with Atletico Madrid, he's shown that he is not going to change his style. One thing that has done, this has not gone that wrong for him. Now, we saw the official statement today bring out that he is the coach with the most games played, which is 642, which excelled already Aragonés, which was 612. From there, only 18% of those games that he played has been losses. So that's a very low margin. And he has been able to put, for the 11 years, Atletico Madrid always in the Champions League berth, at least for the classification rounds. From there, we have to mention that he's made 2 times the final of the Champions League. Unfortunately, both defeats in the finals has been against Real Madrid, which is the arch enemy, the derby. And the first one, very, very, very polemic about, there was possibly an offside that people were talking about. Sergio Ramos scored in 92. Then after that, we saw what happened in the game. It comes out to be that 2016 was the second time that they saw Real Madrid. Real Madrid started scoring first. Then Atletico Madrid actually ties the game, pushes the game to overtime. They go to penalty kicks. And that one, we remember how Cristiano Ronaldo actually exhibited the final kick on that game and giving the victory to Real Madrid. Now, having that said, Cholo Simeone has achieved 8 titles with his team, and he has done 2 leagues. And he has come in and done also, I had it right here on top of the screen and it just lowered on me. So bear with me for a second. He has 2 leagues. He has Simeone. Okay. 2 leagues, 2 European Cups. That was in 11 and 17. 2 Super Cups of Europe and a Cup of Kings and a Super Cup of Spain. So those are the 8 titles that Diego Simeone had. Atletico Madrid is very happy with this renewal. Everybody is psyched up because it's like they hit the reset button this semester and they trust. They're only in 3rd place. Well, they're in 4th place, but they're 1 game below in La Liga. and they're only 2 points behind Barcelona. So with that one game behind them, you know, if they make it up and they win, Barcelona will be in 4th place, and then Atletico Madrid will be officially 1 point above to be in 3rd place. But then Barcelona and Atletico Madrid will face on December 3rd, which actually will crown, well, not crown, but it will put a steady towards the end of the year, or at least this first half of the year, right? The end of December, who will remain in the 3rd place in La Liga. So this is very interesting for that. It's very happy moments for Atletico Madrid. And I wanted to share this news with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit that comment button. Let me know if you like this type of shows. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. And I promise you, you'll keep enjoying about Fútbol con Bambán. Ciao!